Carnivore Hunters, it's Doug, and welcome to day 4 of my blood glucose on the Carnivore Diet Experiment. Before I get started today, I do want to say if you're new to the carnivore diet, don't expect that you would get the same results as I am. See, I've been living the carnivore lifestyle for almost 2 years now, so I'm probably more metabolically flexible than some of you who are just starting out. So, for newbies, you really want to be stricter than this, at least until your body is done healing. So, with that being said, I do want to go ahead and get started here today. All right, here. Yesterday I did do some different food combinations as well as introduced another new food. But as you can see, I stayed fairly flat pretty much all day long. Started out, did have my morning butter coffee here at about 8 o'clock. That did not do anything with my levels. I still stayed in right around this 100 range. Come 12:30, did have my first meal. That did consist of, again, hot wings. I love leftover hot wings, guys. It's one of my favorite foods. 4 slices of bacon. And this date, I did actually a glass of milk, which was about 1 3/4 cup. I used a pint glass, but didn't fill it up quite all the way. Also, I did include the Fairlife nutrition plan protein shake as well. So I included both of those different things. And as you can see, I did get a spike. I went up from about 94 to the peak looks like is about 116 within about a half an hour. And then was that at 12:51, and then I was basically 126 back down to my baseline again. So it only takes me about a half an hour to bounce back from eating sugar, which again, really minimal. I think it's 4 grams of carbs in the protein shake. Milk is quite a bit more. I can't remember what that is off the top of my head, but was able to bounce back there pretty quick. Then the rest of the day, I stayed pretty consistent. Had my dinner here. This is actually a beef and cheddar meal that I make. There is a cheddar cheese sauce. For those of you who are familiar with making cheese sauce, you do include just a little bit of flour to make the initial roux to get that cheese sauce in there. Not something that I ordinarily do with the carnivore diet, but again, for experimental purposes, I wanted to see what that would do. So I went from 93 up to a peak of about 104, again, within about a half an hour there. And then very quickly came back down within 20 minutes, half an hour. So one thing that I did find very interesting here is later that evening, I did actually have a shower, which is why there's a little bit of gap in my line there. And something about the hot shower on a cold winter's night did spike up my blood glucose to about 114. So not sure why that's happening. If you guys know, go ahead and comment below. But again, that came down very fast again, and then we kind of evened out. And then in the evening, I did have my Kirkland brand Greek yogurt as a dessert again to finish out the day. So I am going to be expanding the foods that I use in the next couple of days here. So if you're curious about what very non-carnivore foods will do to you after a year and a half on the carnivore diet, go ahead and hit like and subscribe so you won't miss that future video. Also, if you have any questions, if you want me to include any specific type of food that you're curious about, what it would do to me, go ahead and put that down in the comments, and I will try to work that in for you. Also, my brother's going to be getting one of these CGMs as well. So he has a different daily routine than I do. So you'll get to see his fluctuations as well here within the next, I don't know, week or so. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will talk to you soon.